Hopefully you guys could all hear Vero's beautiful French accent there. I love her accent.
I do too. And welcome back once again, everybody. It is your final for the 2024 Canadian Women's Championships for the 10-ball event. Miriam Lafranchise taking on Naomi Williams. They are locked, loaded, ready for the leg.
I love they're quickly sharing it.
Yeah, sharing the live stream. If they can do it, you all can do it. Help us out. Give us some love. Smash the share
we
button.
got Denise coming in with the English version of what we just heard from Vero, I think.
Very well done, Denise Ballanger.
I like that they did that. This is a national title. You got to have the fancy introduction.
That's right.
And I love that she included.
What a leg by Miriam.
Nice.
Sorry, I cut you off there.
I love that she included that the winner's going to get a spot to the World 10 ball. It's in Venezuela this year. Or
How sweet is that?
Next
year, get the cash.
I think the spot this year already goes to Brittany.
That's right.
Because it's late.
That's right.
But yeah, the cash, the trophy. What else do they get?
A jacket.
The sweet jam-up jacket.
Which eventually I will hopefully have a graphic for you to put up on the stream.
We ask you guys to share it, so I can't ask you guys to do what I'm not willing to do. I'm going to spam it all over the place.
Yeah, let's go, everybody. It is the final true double dip. Miriam winning the hot seat. Naomi coming around from the B side. Going to have to try to beat Miriam twice if she wants the title. And that's going to be an uphill battle because Miriam has been an unstoppable player.
And she kind of found her break, although not.
One ball tracking.
One ball's going. She kind of figured out the break in the later stages of the A final just in time to steal the show at the end. If you didn't watch that match, it's definitely worth going back and watching.
And look at this. She's on the 2 leads to the 3 leads to 4, 4 to the 5. A little tricky.
The only work really is that. And with the 2 so close to the 3, you kind of favor her to land nicely on the 4.
It is not an extended race. It is just a true double elimination race to 6 both times.
Yeah, so Naomi needing to win twice. She needs to win twice to get that trip to Venezuela.
That's right. And not a bad little come around here. If she can get the right angle on the 4, dang near where she's at now, maybe a touch more. Off this 3 ball, she can go 2 rails around, 5 into that
right side
pocket.
You nailed it, absolutely.
Hey, we appreciate you all tuning in. We appreciate it, Keith.
All the way from the West Coast. Love to see the support from all over Canada for these ladies. Great, they put on such a good show. And only the beginning.
Yeah, it's been great right from the start.
We have 2 more super tournaments to watch. 9-ball coming up tomorrow morning, followed by the 8-ball going to take place over the course of the weekend. And a second chance tournament as well for these ladies on Sunday night, which is a nice addition for them. A little extra pool to play.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she got a bit of a thick contact there.
She did.
Did it skid or did the siding just deflect too much?
I just think it was not hit correctly.
So you can aim thin, but what happens is when you use right spin, and especially on new cloth there,
Yeah.
the cue ball is going to push the other way. Some call it squirt, but it's what we refer to as deflection. And that's what made her catch it thick. The right spin pushed her straight into the ball. Jeff wants to know what time they're going to post the bracket. I would imagine in the morning, once they make sure everybody's here and understands the players' meeting notes and get them all organized.
Anyone else have a blurry screen? Nope. I would go back out, Shane, come back in again.
That's right. And I like Hugh's comment. Amsterdam, the Netherlands, not allowed. It's definitely allowed, Hugh. And welcome. Glad to see folks from all over watching.
Yeah, we've had a variety of countries tuning in to watch the matches.
And this is the final, and it is, let's put, can you write on the scoreboard? Let's put set 1, final set 1.
Sounds good.
Then we might not have to answer that question quite as many times if we're lucky. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I got it right here. Set number 1.
Yeah, so Naomi needs to win twice here. She needs to beat Miriam twice. And that, as Grant has said, real tall task.
She has just been playing on fire. So an uncharacteristic like miss for her on, I believe it was that 4-ball, 5-ball, whatever it was.
It was the 4, yeah. She just got a bit of a thick contact. Couldn't tell if it was a skid or maybe just a deflection, but Naomi didn't mind. And she's been hitting a lot of balls like this. Not afraid to get into it, much like Miriam's game.
Gets under that 7 really nice. Got a little bit of a friendly rub.
It tends to be, though, the pool gods reward you more when you're going for it and when you're letting it fly, you know, when you're playing fearless.
Yeah, so the races, just so everybody is aware, on the end of the scoreboard in yellow where it says RT6, that does mean race to 6. Georgia tuning in. Welcome, Stephen. We appreciate it. We are but under 200 followers away from 50,000 followers on Facebook.
102 to be exact. I just looked.
There you go.
We're almost to that countdown under 100, you know.
That's right.
I would expect that to happen during this stream.
I hope so. If you have not followed us on Facebook, make sure you do before you head off, because we're live every single day from now till end of day Sunday. Make sure your notifications are tuned or turned on. That way, each time we go live, you'll be notified. You can join us again. And of course, always free to view on Q Sports Live.
And what a weekend to subscribe if you haven't already. 3 champions to be crowned.
It won't be the same as last year. It was a triple crown last year.
And don't worry, Matt. We will do some commentating on the match as well. But we always have to do the commentary thing and take care of the sponsors and give the due plugs. Plenty of match.
And yes, if Miriam wins set number 1, it is over. However, Naomi getting down to business right away.
Yeah, Naomi looking. And you know what? Even during the announcements at the start, she was hitting balls still. And after they said her name, and then they were starting to talk about Miriam, she speared in a ball and gave herself the come on.
That's it.
So she is really fired up for this.
I agree. Well, thank you, Eli. Much appreciated with all the compliments. We do pay attention to them. So if you have any comments, questions, or answers, we do like answers.
We're still waiting for that day. And it's an alternate break format here. So Naomi gonna break, and she's been just ripping this break. I've kind of been hoping she'd let up on it a little, but what she did do last time was move the cue ball close to the rail, and I really like that.
Off the rail.
See if she remembers that last break and sticks with that, because it really worked.
Yep.
You know, oh yeah, and she did. She did remember it. I like breaking from here. This seems to be working this weekend. This week, rather. Feels like a weekend already.
It sure does.
Dead square.
Oh, dead perfect. Does she get the reward?
The 5 rattles. The 7's going to rattle as well.
6 is going to threaten.
Well, she'll be glad nothing went in because unless it was the 3 or the 4.
That's right. Spanner tuning in all the way from Ireland again. We appreciate you. I see Miss Allison Fisher joining in as well. Welcome to it, Allison.
Quietly, of course.
Quietly.
And that's okay.
It is A-okay.
I've seen what happens in other streams when Feder makes a comment.
Oh, yeah.
Suddenly it's a million Feder questions. Where are you going next, Feder?
Yeah. What's going on? What's happening? So where do you push to, Ben?
Well, I think as far away as you can and frozen on that end rail. It's got to be near that bottom left corner because you have to leave the edge of the 1. I kind of favor freezing on the end rail, but I don't think she could there. I think she had to freeze on the side rail, but she did the correct thing, get the cue ball close to the rail. You take away some options from Naomi here.
Well, I think she's got a really nice kick and stick off this end rail.
She's been known to hand these back. How many times have we seen her hand it back?
Absolutely. But I think given where the cue ball is off the end rail, you want to put a little right hand on it.
Might be hard to see that shot because she can see the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you kind of
get blinded.
You get zeroed in on just hitting the left half. Look at this. She's giving it back.
She does give it back.
I knew it.
Very interesting. I'm a big fan of the kick and stick here. You're going to come on the hit on the left side of the 1, hopefully split between the 2, 3.
That's what she's doing. She's called the 5.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want to make the 5.
Nope. It's just naturally going to head that way.
I like that she saw your shot right away from her chair.
Yep.
Or maybe before she even played the push out.
She does make the 5. Look at this.
Whoops.
Didn't want that. But I know.
Looks good on paper.
I think she's got the short stick.
She does, for sure. And she's quite handy with it. We've seen her jump a couple of balls earlier in matches. I mean, all these players are very, very handy with that short stick. They're bound to be.
Yeah.
It's hard to get to this stage without figuring it out.
It is true. And Evelyn, if you're having a hard time finding the notification on Facebook, make sure your notifications are turned on. We get that quite often.
She's on YouTube.
She is on YouTube, yep. Couldn't find the link on Facebook.
Oh, couldn't find it on Facebook. Yeah. That's because you gotta follow. This is par for the course, not getting over the object ball.
Yep.
We've seen so much of that.
Lot.
Got the 3 on the way over, a lot of the 3 too. And if I'm her, I'm already getting a little worried because Naomi is super fired up for this. And she could be up 2-0 right away.
And I like Denise's thought, let's get to 1,000 viewers.
1,000 live would be fun.
It's not the most we've had.
The European Open is over, you guys.
It is. Let's go.
It's over for the day. There's nothing left to watch but this.
And to be fair, the level of pool being played here could probably rival some of that.
Oh, it definitely could. I was watching it earlier, and those guys aren't that good. I'm serious.
Yeah, well, these ladies, I'm telling you, they've given us a treat here. And I suspect that'll carry through all weekend.
I watched all kinds of balls missed when I was watching that this morning. I think I watched more balls missed there than I have today here.
Yep, I agree.
Albeit in their defense, they're 4-inch pockets over there.
Yeah, a few differences.
But still, these ladies are putting on a show. We haven't seen very many mistakes today at all.
Oh, nice little touch draw right there.
I'm surprised she didn't contemplate kissing in off the 6.
Yep.
To open the pocket a little more. Maybe she was worried about closing the pocket. I mean, if the 6 bounced out and got in the way more, but I don't think so. I think she could have probably gone in off the 6 and open it more for the 3 here. Eli wants to know how did Joanne do. She got 3rd place. What a tournament from her. And she's got 2 more tournaments to play this week. We still have the 9-ball and the 8-ball to come.
I love the dedication, Evelyn. Family's on their own for dinner tonight. She's got some pool to watch. Uh-oh, 10-ball.
Shot. That's a good shot. So there are no early 10s with these rules. Because at first glance, you'd think, well, you don't want to put the 10 there. But actually, you don't mind putting the 10 there.
It's true.
If she makes the 10, it spots. And anytime you're spotting a ball like that, it gets a little funny. So I think she'll kick at this ball. If early 10s were a thing, she might be trying to jump at this to make the 10.
Is she looking at 2 rails underneath?
I like 2 rails underneath because the 3 is going to go towards the left side but can bank down to the other end rail a lot.
Yeah.
You can get some good separation here. Can go 2 rails the other way. I kind of like that better, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not
between
only
between the 4-9.
Yeah, not only is the right side pocket a little bigger, so you might make it, but I think the safeties play easier from over there. I think you get separation easier. She would know best, though. She's got a real good feel for this table. She's been playing awesome today. She squares it, and she's going to get rewarded.
Look at this.
Nice.
What a shot.
Nice. Very, very nice. You get rewarded for hitting those balls. It pays to hit them, as they say. And yeah, Naomi out for the kill. She's got her work cut out for her here, though, needing to win 12 games.
All starts with 1 ball at a time, 1 game at a time.
That's right. I think we'll see her call the 7 here, try to hit the 2nd rail before the 3. That's going to make the pocket pretty big for the 7, actually. Did she call something?
As far as I know.
I didn't see a hand wave, but maybe she said it. Maybe she called in there. How good would that be?
I don't think so.
No. Keep dreaming, right?
Yeah.
Miriam with a good chance here. This combo on the 7 isn't too bad.
Yeah, she's got to reach a little bit. Being right-handed might help.
She's looking at back cutting it, but no, I don't think so. I think this is all looking at the 4.
Yeah, I like the 4-7 combo. Don't know if I'm really in love with the back cut on the 4.
Yeah, definitely the 4-7's the shot. But you're right, she is reaching a little bit.
Could play the carom, cue ball off the 4.
She's
into
looked
the
at
7.
She's looked at that a couple times, actually, and I'm surprised because you don't get shaped that way.
Well, and it's
I don't
a
think.
big chance to push straight through the 7 and scratch and follow it in.
A lot of times, yeah. But I don't think you can hit the 4 thick enough to get it down towards that top left and make the 7. I think if you hit the 4 that thick, you miss the 7.
I guess there's a chance to carom off the rail first and into the 7. There's always that chance.
And sometimes the shot that keeps you at the table is the most important shot, you know?
Just like that.
And that might have been why she played it like this, because she knows she's not getting good shape on the 4, but she knows she's going to be at the table still.
And I tell you, I love the aggression.
Yeah, go for this.
Not
bank.
even a thought.
The only problem is you really have to go all in. There's no two-way here, because if you make the bank, you got to get shape.
Yeah.
If you put the cue ball on the end rail, you don't have shape on the 6.
This is going to lay up right over top of the 10.
Well, the 9 might be in the way here, though. Is the 9 covering? I think it is.
It's fairly easy 1 rail behind the 9.
Yeah, just got to hit her side of the side pocket, though, I think.
Yeah, I would agree.
Can we see the overhead?
Of course.
Maybe the overhead will show us a little bit of how much of this ball she has. It looks like that 9's in the way, right?
Oh, a 9's in the way for sure.
Oh, so she's playing off the right side of the 4, her right side, to try to billiard the 10 in.
Yeah, I think either way, whether she billiards it or catches the right side of the 4 as you're looking at the table.
Got the referee over here to keep an eye on this one, though.
She's got to hit well before that side, though.
It's a good hit, but
wow,
that's where the fun stops.
That's right. How do you hit that and not make it?
Oh, even she said, go. How do you not go? Okay, so as I mentioned before, this isn't an early win. She's going to need to spot this 10 after and keep shooting.
And I think I like her taking this off the high side.
Cut it a little,
yeah,
just like
that.
Exactly. She saw it. I think at first glance she was contemplating kind of stunning it or drawing it.
Yeah.
And no, then she saw that she could cheat it. She was always going to make the 10.
You do have to be a little bit cautious here with the 9 ball. It can get big.
Looks good.
Looks real good.
Oh, this is no walk in the park either. You can lose this one a little bit with the draw shot. Like catch it a little thin.
Yeah.
So you gotta be a bit careful here. The carbon is always helping on these kind of shots, though. With the draw, it's so effortless. It can be a little more accurate on the hit too.
Mm-hmm. Don't mind her really putting a stroke on this and drawing to the right side of the table. 8 ball clears.
Oh, she went
like
forward.
This.
Nice.
Either which, yeah.
I wasn't sure she had enough angle to do that, but that's definitely the play.
Yeah, either forward or the draw shot to that position.
Well, the only thing with the draw from there is you bring in that side pocket a lot. That's why I was terrified of that.
Yeah.
I like that she went forward. That's a shot that needs to be used a little more because it's pretty handy.
Yeah. Doesn't quite like the bridge. It's a little bit far for where she normally bridges from.
She was contemplating power drawing this one back to shoot the 9 in the side. That's kind of how she's played this tournament so far, going for it.
I agree, but it does bring in that side pocket.
Yeah, so maybe better to just shake the 9 in the corner.
I think you just float forward here. It depends on the angle that she's got, right?
Yeah, it's hard to see how straight she is.
Yeah, just float it.
She was very straight.
Had to cheat that a little bit. I thought she might have missed it.
If she cuts it to the middle or to the left side of the pocket there, our left, she probably sits on top of the 10 with the cue ball. So she did cheat it nicely there. That's a good shot.
Yep.
And yeah, as Eli was asking there, Joanne did beat Vero in a pretty well-contested hill-hill match that's on the stream from earlier today. Definitely worth going back and watching. That was a fun one. Joanne came out the winner before losing the next match.
Wow.
You can listen for the hometown crowd cheering on Miriam every rack she wins. She's from close by.
She is the hometown favorite.
All tied up at 1.
1 apiece.
A big shout out to the great sponsors that helped put this tournament together. Perfect Rack, the Winning Stroke, Dooley's, of course, this beautiful pool room, and CBSA.
As well as the one and only Vero Menard.
You can't forget about Vero. She did so much work to organize this. I love that she's sitting over there laughing it up with Natalie.
Oh, she's having a great time.
And having a good time watching this match.
She said she's going to get the crowd into it.
She did right away, too. She was clapping right away, and that's nice to see. She's done a lot for the ladies' game out here.
I totally agree.
She changed her break there.
3 balls in. Does she get the reward? 4 gives the 1 a shove. She's in on it.
She went back to that bridge from the rail. She was using that earlier, and then she switched to moving the cue ball to the head string. But the last break, her first break of this match, she did miss-hit the 1 ball. So maybe she thought, I'm going to go back to that one where I was hitting the 1 ball square.
Yeah. And she's got really nice angle here. She could just draw straight into that 7 ball.
She might even be able to just miss the
She
7.
could miss it,
I
yeah.
think. But yeah, going into it'll work for sure.
Missing it.
The 9 is going to help. Slows down the cue ball a little bit there.
Yeah,
it's
gives her
handy.
a really nice angle here. Cut that back into that side pocket off the top rail. Back up for the 4 ball.
That's not the angle she would love. She would have loved to have been straight, just roll this one or just stun it or something, but she can definitely make it work. Little angle's okay. Should be pretty comfortable with moving the cue ball at this stage in the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Which we've definitely seen she is.
And she's got that nice little chop draw stroke.
Chop was the word for the way she hit that for sure. It was that short backswing and then the quick forward, and she's definitely got that stroke on lock.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times from her today.
She's kind of...
It's a good stroke to have in the back of your tool bag.
She's kind of a little on the wrong side of this 4.
Yeah, it brings in the 7 a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of going towards the 9 a bit. If you just draw it. Might be another punchy one. She might have to force some angle here.
I agree. You definitely want to miss the 7 ball. You don't want to hit 7 and go behind the 9 with the cue ball. Put you in Never Never Land.
I don't think she can go forward with inside. I think the 7 is maybe in play there with the speed she has to hit it.
Yeah.
When you hit it hard, it's going to shove towards the 7 more.
She did go forward.
She took what she could get there.
Brave.
Well, that was kind of smart because she's been potting so well this tournament. She won the hot seat. I mean, you got to trust yourself, right?
Yeah. She's been potting from everywhere.
Yeah, so the distance isn't a big issue.
Just supreme confidence. Look at this.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shot.
And we've seen this all day from her.
Yeah, Andy on the Facebook there says he wishes he could shoot with Miriam's confidence at big stages in tournaments. Don't we all?
Yeah. I wish I could bottle some of that up myself.
I've probably had this feeling that she's looking to have only a handful of times.
Oh, wobbled a little one, but second place prize. And we saw this a lot, right? And Ben says it all the time. When you're playing with confidence, the rolls tend to go in your favor.
Well, it seems to be. It might just be her tournament for the taking, you know? Sometimes when it's your day, right?
That's right. When the pool gods decide who the winner is and who's not going to win, there's really not a lot that you can do about it.
It's hard to fade them for sure. Naomi's probably one of the best at it, though. I mean, she sat in her chair for an extra second there smiling because
this was what happened in match 1 between them.
Yeah, she wasn't thrilled to not be having a shot after seeing her opponent miss by that much, but she'll figure it out. Find a kick safety of some sort.
Yeah, and really at the end of the day, this is a rack that perhaps she shouldn't have got a shot on.
No, she probably wasn't thinking she was going to get a shot with where Miriam landed on the 6 ball.
Yeah, nice little kick, one rail kick and stick off the end rail.
Yeah.
Does she have that between the 7 and 9?
I don't know if it's there. She's looked at it a couple times. She wants to shoot it, but I think she knows that it's not there. She keeps trying to talk herself into it being there, though, you know?
Got good angle here for the hit.
Backside of it, which usually you're going to scratch off of, but she didn't.
No.
And this isn't that easy. Easy to pot the 6. Not so easy to go back and forth to get shape on the 7.
Yeah, avoid that side pocket.
And the 9. The 9's big. It's a big beach ball there.
Yeah, the 9 does play big. So do you draw back up underneath the 7 or on top of the 7 as you're looking at the table?
Yeah, I don't hate it. It does bring in the top left a little bit. She's pretty good at powering these balls.
She is.
I think she's going to go back and forth just fine.
I think so too.
It's a difficult shot, but she's been very good at this kind of shot. These situations hasn't seemed to have too much issue. She got that one a little flat. She didn't get the bit of inside spin she was looking for.
And I'll tell you what, again, just pure kicking the front door down. Didn't even think about the safety.
No,
straight to the bank.
And there is a pretty good save
There
with
is.
the cue ball
That
behind
9
the 10.
plays big.
Yeah, the 9 was big. Or and she could go all the way below the 10 there, too.
Yeah. So
But
a
I
little
like the
bit of a
aggression.
tester. I do too. I love it.
I live and die on it all the time, but that's okay.
Yeah,
I make
it is
my
a
own
double-edged
fate.
sword.
I make my own fate that way. Only I'm allowed to beat me.
Yeah, your closed captioning, that's all on your settings.
Q Sports Live has not changed their settings in
Yeah.
12 years
Yeah,
or however
forever.
long it's been around.
Yeah, all closed captioning, that is on your guys' setting.
So, Christine, if it doesn't work still, maybe try shut down your stream, close the program, reopen it, stuff like that. So this one's not too bad. I mean, all she's got to do is put the focus into potting this. The odds of being behind the 9 over here, slim. Touch of inside spin actually helps the pot here, and it's going to keep her away from the side pockets. Overcut it.
She went for it. This is going to dress.
It's going to sit right over the hole.
It's going to dress up.
And the 8 over the hole, and the 9 over the hole.
Yeah. Tic-tac-toe. Roll through on the 7. 8 top right. 9 into the left side.
I think the previous match between these two, Miriam had a small lead, like 2-0, and then all of a sudden it was 5-2 Naomi. So still a long way away here, even at 2-1. Yeah. Miriam will know that.
The sure shot. Mr. David, how are you? Tuning in on YouTube. Is it the fact you get the rolls when you're confident, or is it just where your focus is? Nah, I think when you play with confidence, more times than not, you're rewarded.
Yeah, probably a little bit of where your focus is too, of course, but
Yeah.
no, definitely. I'm witness to it a lot of times. Grant and I watch a lot of pool.
Yep.
I watch a lot of pool, and I see it all the time when guys are playing confident and they're moving the ball around and not playing fearful. It seems like the pool gods reward them for not playing fearful.
Yep. Miriam getting the job done. Now a 2-1 lead. And as we mentioned before, guys, let's get it up 1,000 viewers. These ladies deserve it. I'd love to see it. Smash that share button. They are putting on a clinic of great pool. Has been that way all day, right from the start of the event. I see no reason why that would ever slow down. Still 2 more to go.
Yeah, 2 more events to go. 9 ball starting tomorrow morning, bright and early, 10 a.m. Eastern. Possibly even a little earlier. Do players meeting, I think, at 9.
Yeah.
So we might be firing up a little earlier. Make sure you set an alarm for all you West Coasters. It's going to be early.
It will be. But it's worth waking up for.
She's been ripping this break. Let's watch it. I hit it. Clipped it on the wrong side of town, and you don't often make a ball or get a shot when that happens.
Yeah. However,
small shot here.
Yeah.
Tough one.
Going to have to
She'll
shave
go
the
for it.
shine off the 1 ball if she wants to make it.
I think she's going to go for it.
Yeah,
there
pockets are playing big.
There's a safe, but it's too delicate. It's too slow. You're trusting the table too much, I think.
I agree.
I like her trying to go for it because, like you said, the pockets are playing big, New cloth is going to make them slide in more.
Yeah.
She called it.
New cloth and the pockets playing big.
Well, the other thing
I favor
is
her to make this.
She's been playing super confident.
Yeah.
So it's almost predictable that she's going to go for these shots, Well,
she can make her shoot again.
don't think she will, but actually, with Naomi's gave back how many push-outs? 3?
Almost every one of them.
Yeah, I think so. But this one, I'm pretty sure she can overcut it, get the 1 behind the 6, and get the cue ball back down here, maybe by the 10-8, behind the 10-8 would be nice.
Yeah, and I kind of like that overcut, maybe even play it back into the 6 ball. Or try to get underneath, but
yeah,
worst case, you're going
if it
into
goes into it is fine, absolutely, because it's going to stop up there. Most likely going to hit the back half of the 6, not our half of it.
That's
the top
right.
half, Yeah, and she's looking at a spot to put the cue ball, so she might even go for this a little bit, because it does pass the 6.
It's tight, but it'll go. It's with perfect.
And she did. She called it in.
She called it in, yeah.
She's going to call it kind of just in case shot, but she's pretty accurate, so I wouldn't put it by her just cutting this one in. It's about half of the pocket, though.
Yeah,
I think she knew even if she caught it thick, it was still going to be a lot of distance,
Yeah, for sure.
And the 3 might play big.
Oh, it does play big.
But does it play big enough? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, okay, so she's kicking.
She's looking at the
She's
kick,
full ball hooked.
Full ball. Oh, I guess we could have seen that on the screen.
Way more obvious on the screen. But it's not as fun than,
It is definitely not
instead
as
of
fun.
guessing. Well, I would think she would have went for the short cube. The problem being, if you made the 1, how do you get shape on the 2?
Yeah.
So that's why we're seeing her kick at this. More good things can happen, which that's one of the good things that can happen.
That's not terrible.
She hasn't left a very makeable shot of any kind, but
the safety is there.
Yeah, do you roll on top of the 10, or do you try to do more than that?
I think I'm going to try to do more, to be honest.
I like that answer because I think you can do more.
Yeah.
This is one of those ones you're nice and close to the 1. You can probably do a little more than just roll up on the 10, unless you're sure you can freeze to the 10.
Yeah, but even at that, even you freeze to it, it does potentially leave the 1 rail kick, which is an easier
If you could
kick.
block the left side rail,
Yeah.
then the 7's going to block the right side
I
rail.
like what she's going to do here. Send the 1 ball up top.
No, she did.
Oh, she did freeze. Or try to.
And this is okay because the 8's blocking the 1, even if she was to kick this in. And if she kick combos it,
yeah, give her the game.
Yeah, you just tap your hand on your leg and
That's
move
right.
on with the next game. Lots of ways to get safe with the kick here if she hits it soft. I like going into this one really soft, just enough to get the cue ball to the rail after.
Yeah.
And if it's your day, you're underneath the 8, and it seems to be. It's been her day.
I tend to agree.
Well, I think she's going to rip at it and try to make the 8. She called the 8. I don't hate this either. She's been hitting the ball good.
Well, there's no reason to think that she won't hit this with any type of confidence.
Yeah, a little softer on that kick, I think, and you get safe a lot of ways. Does this pass the 5, though?
I think so.
Well, there's the camera showing us again.
Maybe
it's not that
not.
close.
Although, like, these pockets play big. So you might be able to play it even though it's off the rail and still have it drop.
If you can just sneak it by the 5.
Yeah.
You'd have to only just sneak it by the 5, though. Looks like she's playing another
She is
safe.
playing
Below
safe.
the 7. Should be pretty doable. Well, below the 8. She went for more. 7
More is
worked out
good.
anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
7 was always there. But she did try to do a little more and get below the 8. Good sized crowd here in Dooley's watching this match. I love to see that too.
100%.
The hometown, the locals coming out of everywhere to try to cheer on Merriam here.
Well, and they've got all the access to this table blocked off.
Well, the setup in here is perfect for this kind of match.
It sure is.
Nice amount of seating around to watch. Of course, this overhead mezzanine that were on. Did she call the bank?
Did she call the bank or did she call the cut?
She called the bank.
Yeah,
oh, no.
She's.
Yeah, I guess.
Naomi says, well, you go ahead.
I don't know if she called it, but either way, she was shooting again, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, Naomi gestured, you go ahead.
But that might have been just like a sarcastic, like, oh,
yeah,
you go for it,
yeah.
right? Where are they playing the championship? It's a great question, David. I was just mentioning this beautiful setup. It's at Dooley's in Saint, just outside Montreal, Quebec, Canada. We're in Canada. Dooley's, franchise of pool rooms out here on the East Coast. Beautiful places.
We need a Dooley's or a leather pocket Dooley's. Look at this shot.
Whoa.
Look at this shot.
Whoa.
Wow. Shot of the
I'm
tournament.
noting the time. Time stamped. Is she going to get the tournament win and the extra $100?
And the extra 100.
But she doesn't need the extra 100.
Oh, she gets it. With a shot like that, come on.
You know what I love more about that? Like we
Cut.
said, it's situational. And, I mean, that was the shot of the tournament, even if it was in round one, in
That's
game
right.
one. But the fact that it was in the final with a 2-1 lead and she gave the fist bump after.
Yep.
And the home crowd cheering before the ball is in, it was exciting. I like that. That's what we came for right there.
The shot of the tournament right there.
This is where you got to settle the nerves, and it looks like she did nicely.
Yeah.
She can punch into the 5 here.
Yeah. Prefer to go full into the face off the angle of the 4 ball.
And that's kind of why I said punch, because you could just play this with top, but then I don't know if you get full into the 5. So I think with the punch, you get full into the 5. So it's kind of like a stun shot.
Yeah. Because you don't want to clip kind of the side, the left side of that 5 and push it to the rail.
That's right. You don't want the 5 on the right side rail. You can handle the 5 on the top rail because the cue ball is going to stay near the 5. Overcut it. Overcut it. And you know what? She's got the shot of the tournament, but it was wasted. It's a wasted shot if she doesn't win this rack. And what a big moment. Yeah, chance to go up 3-1. Not that the lead has been very useful.
That is very true.
In many matches today.
First 2 streams of the day, both were 5-2, ended up going hill-hill.
So how about this one going hill-hill, but just back and forth the whole time?
I like that better.
Yeah, I think
that's
so.
a better plan.
2-2-3, 2-3-3. Looks like 2-2 for sure. The 7, 8 near each other and near the 10.
Stay to the right-hand side of the 7.
Even if she got heavy to the other side, it'd be okay too, but I think she'll stay to this right, our right side of it.
Yeah. Lends itself for natural play to the 8.
This is good. She left herself the kind of angle that she likes, which is that stunning, stunning angle. It's a good shot.
It is. Now do you float this or stun it for the 10 to the corner?
Might even draw it back, play the 10 on the side if I'm that straight. I don't hate shooting it up table either, to be honest. If it was hill-hill, I'd never do that.
Stunning it right there and taking that 10 to the top left.
Shoot it up table, yeah. I mean, it's
a big old pocket sitting up there.
If it was a 4-inch pocket, you'd never do that.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think in this situation, on a bit of a slippery pocket, it's a fair play. I think she's got just a hair of angle here. She can manipulate it a bit, probably draw back. Play the 10 in the same pocket.
Yeah, she's not comfortable with it either which way. She's looking at floating forward and putting the 10 to the right, or left side, I should say. Yeah, not comfortable with it. But good stand up, right? I like the patience. Don't get too emotional about it. Oh, how good does she hit it? Forces the angle.
She didn't have that angle.
She did not.
That angle was not there. She created that.
She forced that big.
The crowd liked it too. It's a nice acknowledgement from the crowd, because it just looked like a straightforward shot, but they knew it was not straightforward. Good question from Mike Isaac here in the chat. Is this the same venue that will be hosting the Canadian Open 9 and 10 ball men's championships this year? It is.
Great venue. No question.
I like that. I think somebody over there gave her the Studis. Skoden. It's time.
It is moving time.
She's got a lot of work to do still. She needs 10 more racks.
All right. So between Facebook, YouTube, we're just over 300. Let's get it going, guys. Let's get that 1,000.
We can get to 1,000 total.
For sure. We got almost 50,000 followers. How hard is it to get to 1,000?
And we got two of the best players in the whole country. For those that don't know, Canada's a big place.
It sure
is. Huge. We got a lot of people. This is a big deal. To be the best in any country is a big deal, but to be the best in a country of how many million people do we have, Grant?
35.
35.
36.
I knew you were going to know the answer to that.
Yeah.
I was going to try to guess it and say 60, but I knew I was being lofty. 35 million people. To be in the top 2 women in a country of 35 million people, I'd say that's a big deal.
That's a pretty big accomplishment.
The crowd here sure knows it. They've been giving them the due love.
I agree.
Safety all the way down here is nice.
Really nicely done.
I think the 3 has got cover, but there might be a gap here. No, maybe just the gap to the end rail to spin it, and not even that. She's now looked at 2 rails. Oh, she's got to go to the left side of the 7. I don't know how much this 2 rail plays. You're almost going 1 rail.
Yeah, I think I like the 1 rail kick and stick again. Comes up a lot, this shot.
I don't know if she really has it. Like between the 3, 4. She looked at it, but I think it's too much spin. It's too much left spin.
It could be.
So she looked at that quick and then went straight to this 2 railer. So that tells me probably that 1 railer isn't available.
Yeah. Well, and the 2 rail does make that 1 a little bigger.
Oh, she hit it sweet.
She pured it.
She hit it real sweet.
She's going to get it back, I think.
You know, this is a bit of a testy situation if you're Miriam. Do you give it back?
I think so.
Yeah. She can't see enough of it to pot it.
Yeah.
I don't think. If she could see enough of it to pot it, she might have had to think about it a little longer.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And thank you, Chris. We appreciate everybody tuning in. That is for sure. And it's just started. This is just 10 ball. We still got 9 ball and 8 ball to come.
Oh, I like the question from Mike Isaac. 16K added to those men's events this year. Awesome pool room to have it in. You're absolutely right. It is a great venue. And he wants to know, am I going to make my way out and take a stand? I don't think so this year. I'm going to take one more vacation this year, and it's going to be to Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
As much as I would love to come back here, what a place. I'm going to think about it long and hard.
Yeah.
It's a 9-foot table, Eric.
The black crown.
Yeah, beautiful black crowns. Does she have enough to like razor thin this one into the 9 and get the cue ball safe near the 7 using the 5-8?
She'd have to shoot the shine off the ball, I think.
She's trying it. Oof, it was razor thin by the 8.
Yep. Great attempt, however.
Another chance for Miriam to retake the lead.
Ball in hand. like shooting the one to the bottom left-hand corner. And just stick it. Puts you in good on the 3 to the top left, 4 to the right side.
Yeah, I kind of like that too because it's simple.
It is. Yeah, I don't have to do nothing.
It's hard to see it sometimes because you're looking at like getting closer and better and straighter and all this stuff. But that's, I think that's the play.
See, she's going to go this way, but you have to move the cue ball forward, where if you take that one ball just to the corner she's standing at.
Just stop.
And just stop it right there.
Stop. Or maybe
You're
even
not
just like a
hampered,
1-inch draw,
yeah.
2-inch draw.
Yeah, you can give yourself a touch of angle if you choose to.
Yeah, to get a little closer to the 5 and a little further away from the 9.
Yeah.
So you're not too hampered like you were saying there. But there's so many ways to make this work too, of course.
Well, for sure. She could even take it to the left side pocket past the 5 if she wanted to.
Or all the way up to this top right and stun follow it. Same result.
Same thing.
Just a bit of a longer shot.
Same.
Maybe she was just really worried about being jacked up over the 9.
That could be.
That might have been why she shot it in the longer pocket, and this way she's avoiding elevating over the 9. Like, look how free her hand is in there.
Yeah. And nothing to do here. Just float forward.
Yeah, stun follow again. It's her favorite shot and every pool player's favorite shot.
So good at it. She executes those really well.
If it's not your favorite shot, it needs to be. You need to work on it. That's the biggest shot there is.
It's definitely one to have in the tool bag.
The most important shot to be able to execute all the time is that stun follow. It's so reliable.
5 to the 7 ball.
Looking good here.
This right here is your potential game-winning shot.
I love these answers to what size table is this? 3.5 by 9. Francis says 4.5. Technically, his answer is right. One side of this table is 4.5.
Correct. The short side. Got a little close to the rail here. This is not ideal for where she wanted to be.
And Jason's comment, "You too scared to play, Ben? Haha, come play the Canadians." Jason, it's so much easier when you go from where you are to here.
Yeah, exactly.
Where I am to here is a trek, an expensive trek. I feel like
have a little too much angle here.
Yeah, I feel like this is tricky. This
It
is really tricky now.
Really tricky, and from downtown yet.
Yeah, look at this. She's elevating. She's jacked up. That's way hard. 10 out of 10 hard shot, that one.
Yeah, and it's going to dress up really well for Naomi here.
The only thing is,
it's straight.
Cue ball is going to be on the rail when she shoots the 9.
Yeah.
Don't think she can avoid that unless she can power it forward, which she may be able to
draw and catch the side pocket horn.
That's a good call. That actually is a shot.
It is.
That's a shot that you do play.
Yeah.
Somebody who doesn't play pool would never believe that.
No, of course.
That you precisely draw into the horn, but you can.
You can.
Definitely can.
Well, you see it happen all the time by accident.
By accident.
You can do it on purpose, just
Look at
like
that.
this.
Look at that.
Just like that.
See, and I wouldn't put it past her at all, playing it exactly like that.
Yep. Just what the doctor ordered.
Jamie, welcome. Thanks, pal.
Indeed.
If everybody else out there likes what they hear and see, do us a favor, click that share button.
And we're 102. Oh, my word.
That's very similar to the shot that Miriam missed.
Yep.
To beat her 6-2 in the A final. Very, very similar shot.
Yeah, got the yip, and I like the kick here. I don't like the spin. I think there's too much rail in behind the 10 ball. The kick, that is a big, big, big ball.
I think she's going to kick it off 2 rails too, yeah. The left side rail,
left
you
side
got
rail.
The huge end rail there. You don't even want to make it off 1 rail here. You try to go 2. But our angle can be a bit deceiving. Maybe coming off of this bottom rail's a little bit easier than it looks.
Yeah, but we saw this go wrong already for Naomi when she kicked in a ball exactly the same thing. And it went way up table.
It slid way up table. But this would be okay if it goes, yeah, she just went for it way up table. That's smart. That was a very smart way to play that shot.
Give her
I was
credit.
with you, like, try to hold it, but definitely forward and go all the way there was nice. That's a good choice.
That was, and she's been doing that all day too. Really smart choices.
Good choices and going for it.
Yeah,
Right?
good stand up there.
Yeah, somebody's phone.
Yep. Somebody's phone going off.
I think maybe they forgot to include that in the introduction. No, just
Right?
kidding. It goes without saying, people put the phones on silent. Nice.
Wow. What a turn.
Ah, what a sweet
Giveth
finish.
and taketh away.
Sweet finish there. Little swerve into that ball off the end rail perfectly. Well, it was Miriam's to begin with. She tried to give it away. Naomi didn't want it.
Marion took it back. We do have a little bit of a promo going on here as well, guys, for Jam Up Apparel. It is only for the viewers that are tuned in with us all week. You won't find it advertised. You won't find it on the internet. We just released the Cloud Soft tees. They are now on the website. You can head on over jamupapparel.com. It is buy 3, get 1 free. You do need the code 2024CWC, all caps. And I can tell you, they will become your favorite t-shirts.
Naomi to break, trailing 3-2 here. She's got her work cut out for her. She needs to win 10 games to take this title. She needs to win 4 here and 6 in the next set.
Fully capable.
Oh, she caught the follow through. That's the first time I've seen her miss-hit it like that with follow through.
But she is going to get the reward.
I think she can see the 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
full into the 1.
Be a little tight going by the 3. Just a bit.
That overhead says she is dead in on that 3 ball. Or 1 ball, I should say.
I don't think she has to do too much to get shape here. I mean, the 3 will go in the pocket she's standing over, worst case scenario. You know, I think maybe the 3 was just in play a little because she caught that 1 pretty thick. Yeah. She got second prize.
Oh, she had a full ball before the 3. I just watched that on.
I saw it quick on the replay too, but it looked like the 3 was in her head a bit.
I think so.
She
That was probably
on that
more true
side of
than
the
it
ball.
actually being in the way.
Yeah. Because she missed it so far on the right side of the 1, it was surprising. Okay, I don't think the jump is very available here. It's too far of a reach. And you're trying to get over 2 balls, and you can't really get shape. She's looking at a 2 or a 3 rail escape.
Behind the 9.
But I like the 1. It's just a bit tricky to see because you might need the rest. It's up where she's standing there, the top rail.
Yeah.
The other problem with that is maybe the side horn is a bit in the way. Nice hit.
Oh, when you get
Full
to
into
kick
it.
like this. Kicking like a mule.
No reward.
No reward for a great hit.
It was almost worst case scenario. She puts it over there, and now Naomi's got easy shape on the 3 in the side next.
Yeah. I do believe it splits the window between that 6-7. 4 to the 5, however, can get a little bit tricky. But if you can manage it, 5, 6, 7, all leading to each other. Right to the finish line, to the 10 ball.
Francis question there. Did I hear correctly? Canadian men 10 balls championship going to be in this dualies.
Doolies, yeah.
Yeah, I'm 99.9% sure. But I'm going to clarify. 'Cause I don't like to misinform. Looking good on this 4-ball.
Yeah, she's got a nice angle. She's got a few different options that she could try to play for. I like potting the 4 bottom left. Check that left side rail back across. 5 ball to the top right.
See, these cities all have Saint in them. That's what got me there. It's a Le Tapis Vert Saint Foy.
Are
Sounds
you
like it's
asking
in a
me
different
to
pool room.
read French?
Well, no, I'm just trying to clarify that it's not at this pool room. That's all, Grant. Just needed some help.
Vero Menard says it's in Quebec City.
Okay, there we go. There we go. We needed some clarification.
We did.
This French is tough.
It is.
Reading it, speaking it.
There's some words I can say, some I can read, but that's the extent of my knowledge. And when I mean some, I mean very, very few.
Long one here on the 5 with the cue ball close to the rail. This is
Stroke
tricky.
test.
Oh, she gins it. What a
Pured it.
shot.
Yeah.
That was sweet. And this lays nice to just naturally float the cue ball into the 7 here. It's going to nudge the 7 up over the top left.
Yeah, don't want to catch it on the right side of 7.
I think it's super natural to go full into it.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, but now she's coming over here to look at maybe drawing to miss the 7, to play the 7 in the same side.
Oh, I don't know if I like that.
Well, that maybe tells me that this line that I'm seeing isn't into full 7, and maybe it is into that right side, like you said. So here's a question for Vero. Is that pool room as sweet as this one?
Well, given that we've been to a few of these dualies and they are all just awesome.
Amazing. If it's as nice as this, then I'm even more jealous. There's too many nice pool rooms out here.
Right? Is it time for a move?
No. You like how quick that answer was?
That was pretty quick. No hesitation, to be honest. And did kind of get the wrong rub on that 7. Translation, pool room name, green carpet.
That's a good pool room name. I mean,
is.
I know all the tables are blue nowadays, but there was a time when they were all green, and that's a great name.
It's true.
Okay, she's got the rest out here. She's tall, but not tall enough to reach this one with no extension.
Yeah, 3/4 or just over 3/4 of the way down the table. Hard pressed for anybody to reach that.
Yeah, I'm using the extension anywhere past half usually, let alone the head string.
That's just because your eyes are just above table height.
That's very true.
Nice inside. She's going to land nice for the 8 to the same pocket.
Well, I don't know about nice, but it's going to work, I think. After the way she shot this other ball down the rail earlier in this rack.
Yeah.
This
Just
is a similar shot.
stroke.
Yeah. Similar distance the cue ball off the rail. And she can put some speed in this one. She doesn't have to baby it in.
Pharaoh says really good pool room at Tapis Vert.
Nice.
How is she? Oh, she's got icy.
Yeah.
She's got her earbuds in.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I asked her that question. Because I knew she was listening. She's over there cheering on these ladies. Love to see it. Not only did she do a great job organizing this event, but she's continuing to make sure it's a success.
Of course. Here to support. She said she was going to get loud.
Well, and the other thing, we mentioned it in a previous match, is these girls are all like best friends, you know?
Yeah.
Probably all 21 players that were in the tournament will go for dinner after this.
For sure. Well, and they've all played each other numerous times, whether that was in the NAPT or the WPBA, local events. They're all very familiar with each other.
Well, and you'll be able to watch it at the end of this match, is The guys give the awkward handshake, sometimes a little fist bump.
Yep.
The girls always hug.
Yep. Hug it out. Square in the match with the deposit of this 10 ball.
It's been nice to see it go back and forth.
I agree.
That was quality stuff from Naomi there. Two
really was.
tough shots.
Yeah. Two clutch moments.
Yeah, two super distant shots with the cue ball right on the rail. She came with it there.
I would agree. Let's take a look at this dualies that we are in.
I don't know how they're going to top this, but
yeah, this is
What a
a
run.
tough one. This is where we're at, so just kind of in the top right-hand corner of this picture. That's where we're located. This is the view that we get to see. Looking down at all these beautiful tables. More seating room. And then, of course, in the back, you've got the Predator table hanging out in the back corner.
washroom
Gorgeous.
break here. I love the timing of the break. Gives us a chance to talk about exactly what Grant was saying, how beautiful this pool room is.
Indeed.
So they've got 12 of these black crowns that you're looking at here on the main floor, and then they have 2 more upstairs that are equally as nice, and then they have 2 more 9-foots. One of them's a Rason, and the other one's a Predator. And they have a couple of Valley boxes over there.
Wow.
3 bars in the room. Beautiful room.
That's a pretty generous comment there, James. We appreciate that for sure. We've done this a few times, but it's always good to hear that it gets appreciated.
And Alok asking, does Naomi have to beat Miriam twice? She does. It is true double elimination.
Indeed, it's a tall task, but Naomi is up for the challenge.
And this isn't it. So don't go far after this. We got more pool coming at you tomorrow. The 9-ball tournament going to start tomorrow. We're going to crown potentially 3 champions.
Potentially 3 different, or it could be the triple crown as we saw it at Brittany Bryant last year.
Of course, big shout out to all those sponsors you see on the bottom and around the screen there. Perfect Rack, The Winning Stroke, Dualies, and of course CBSA.
There are a total of 16 9-foot tables and then 2 Valley tables.
2 Valleys plunked over there for the walk-ins.
That's right, for guys like me.
The slackers,
That's right.
as Mark would say. So just a quick little timeout from the ladies. I love that they do it at 3-3.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing I've seen in these matches.
And they don't take a long break.
No,
they
it's-
go grab their drink or whatever, and they're right back here.
Yeah, none of these 15-minute breaks that some of these guys out west are
Right?
taking
I
nowadays.
think the guys can take a page out of the ladies' book here.
Yeah, in a few different ways.
Yeah, many, many different ways, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I agree. I like that. Miriam
love
looking
that.
over at Vero and Natalie, giving them the come on. She's up for the task. I love it. Got to keep the energy high like that.
Yeah.
It helps
And
keep the belief, you know?
I think if there's a single player in the room that I will single out that has walked, talked, and shot the confidence, that most certainly and without question is Miriam Lafranchise.
Yep. She's looked super steady all day, very much ready for taking down a title. She made a ball on the side, and she can see the one, but I don't think the 1-3 combo is very playable.
It's not. However, it is a fairly decent safety opportunity to chip the 1 off the 3, send the 3 and the 1 to the rail, and send the cue ball pretty close to that top right-hand corner.
You know, the shake of the head from her tells me the safe is pretty difficult. And she may just take on this combo. She's been known to keep aggressive here.
Oh, and I love it. love the aggressive style.
Oh, she thinks she's found this touchy little safety. It's super touchy.
It
Bouncing the
is.
3 back out.
See, that's why I said if you play that off the 3,
You use the 3
use
too.
the 3 to kind of put that 1 right beside that 5 ball.
Yeah, I think the shot she tried, she knew it didn't work. She knew it.
Yeah, as soon as she pulled the trigger.
Well, it was just like it didn't work because in order to get the 1 back behind the 3, she was scratching the cue ball.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't getting a rail. Look at this. It did work. It worked perfectly.
Does that mean you want the guys to hug between matches? I don't know if I want to go that far. Right? We'll stick with the fist bump.
Yeah.
There's other things that the men could take from the ladies. And Janet Benegrand, when are you starting a provincial organization that will send participants to nationals? I won't say that I have not thought about that and that at some point is not in the plans, but
I have plans, but they're secret.
that's right. I've had a few plans.
But you better know I'm thinking about it. Managing the pool room out west now, leather pocket. I'm always trying to figure out what's going to grow the game, but now even more so.
Yeah.
Like Denise says,
She is on it, and
share
I
it
love
up.
it.
They already shared it since she said that.
Yep.
For 20 more, so. But let's get it up there. We can get it
Well,
up to 1,000.
And Denise, also keep in mind, there's also another 107 on YouTube. So we're actually at 366.
Yeah, this one rail kick, the way she's looking is very tough because the 9 is covering a lot of that. So she would need to hit it with a lot of left spin and hard, changing the angle. I think it's doable. It's better than the option, which is nothing.
Yeah.
There is no option.
Yeah.
You could heavy spin it with right spin and go 2 rails into it, and that's what she's trying to look at now. But is that really a better option?
No options are always tough.
I like trying to use this right side rail with lots of speed, a little left spin,
I agree with you. Try to pot the 1 into the bottom left.
maybe even a little bottom. Hit it firm, straighten it out. I mean, if you catch the correct side of it, you might get safe. You might make it.
Oh, she did go for the 2.
Because that shot off 2 rails was very
Super
difficult.
tough.
Oh, and I love that Miriam holds up the 2. She holds up the 2 to say,
That is 2.
I'm about to 3-foul you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to try it. And I think she can jail her between, yep, right there. If you can squeeze her on the 4, you're going to cut off everything.
Squeeze her right on that. In between that 10-4?
Yeah, right in between the 10-4. Right on top of the 4 is fine. Nope, it's going to leak out a bit. The 1's going to bounce out. Naomi might even be able to pot this, let alone see it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. She is full hook.
Check that. Let's look at the camera angle.
Yeah.
Grant and I are looking at the above angle at the table from the mezzanine we're on, and it's very deceiving. But this camera angle tells you definitely not. So not only does she have to hit this, she has to keep the cue ball out of the top right.
Yep.
Oh, wow. What a moment this is. These little 3-fouls can play games with your head.
Oh, can it ever?
Nobody loves being 3-fouled. Let me tell you. It's not a very enjoyable thing to have happen to you.
I have only done it once, and it was to Eric Vargas of all players.
Hey, that's a pretty good one to have under your
That
belt.
is, it's good. It's a good one to have on the record.
Well, and you don't play a ton of rotation pool. That's why you've only had one, right?
That's right.
I definitely couldn't even start to guess how many times I've done it or had it done to me. Definitely. It's happened a handful of times where people 3-fouled me, but it's over 100 where it's happened the other way around.
Yep. Now, is she going into this right side rail with tons of right?
I think she's going to hit it.
Coming off the end rail, straightening out.
Oh, she drove by it by a millimeter. If you could re-watch that.
3 foul. Yeah, it was.
By a sliver.
You couldn't miss it any finer than what that was. However, well executed by Merriam to take and 3 foul Naomi to take a 4-3 lead.
3 foul, and she's 2 wins away from the title now. I love this comment from Mark White.
I shared, but promised everyone Ben would get a pie in the face. I love it.
Yeah.
So long as I get to do the pieing.
I've been pied before. It's okay.
Yeah, oh, many times. I've been pied so much, when it shoots up your nose, I got that whipped cream smell in my nose for days.
Yeah, you can smell whipped cream for days. It's actually great.
I don't know if
it's like having whipped cream scent blowing out of the vents everywhere.
Yeah. It's all you smell for days, for sure.
Oh, she lost it with the follow-through again. That's 2 in a row,
Oh,
but it's
she's
working
made it.
out. No, it's not working out.
Made a couple of balls, but nothing, no shot on the 1 ball.
And I'll tell you what, Mark White, if you come back here, do some more commentary with us, I'll play another pie in the face match.
I love it.
For the juniors again. Or this time.
Yes. So payouts, it's $1,300 for first, $1,000 for second. Each get a jam-up jacket. There's 1 trophy.
And only
then
1 trip.
1 trip.
Which
to Vietnam.
No, Tom Joyce asked. And it's 1 trip, and it's to Venezuela.
That's right.
But easily
I had
confused.
the V right.
The men, yeah, and it's because the men's 10 ball is in Vietnam.
Yes.
Easily confused. There's a couple of world 10 balls in countries that start with a V.
That's right. Well, and I'm always easily confused. It's quite honestly my natural state.
Plus, there's a $100 bonus for shot of the tournament, which Miriam kicked in a ball that was
it belongs
sweet.
to her at this point.
It was at the 43-minute mark in this match. I haven't forgot the timestamp yet. We'll screen record it.
Well, the only one that could take that away from Miriam would be Naomi.
Or Miriam.
Or Miriam.
Miriam could take it away from Miriam and make another TV shot.
She could definitely take it away from herself.
Well, that's...
Which really, if it's going to be taken away, you want to take it away from yourself.
That's right.
Mark says, you're on. Bet.
Well, Mark was very gracious last time to play me a pie in the face match to help me raise money for the tournament in Austria, and I'm forever thankful for that.
That was at my house, I think.
It was.
Yeah.
So I would actually love to play Mark White a pie in the face match to help him travel somewhere. Help him with travel expenses.
I agree. That Mark White is a deserving fella.
So Miriam with the delicate safety got it all wrong. She was trying to get the 1 to hit the 7 and stay over there on the end rail, but it slipped past it. Oh, she was looking for a full hit on that 8 and she didn't get it. And now she's got a shot on the 2, but how do you get to the 3?
Yeah, this is no easy task at all. I don't think you can get to the 3. You might have to just take what the table gives you, and it's a floater at best. 2 ball into that top left-hand corner. Use the 4 ball, stop the cue ball, take the cut on the 3.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll love Mark White's comment here. It's great. He's coming with it.
No, jam up will pay my travel.
That's what he told me too, Mark.
Right?
What a coincidence.
Interesting. I'll have to talk to the owners over there.
And Tom wants to know, so no 9-ball or 8-ball trip. Yes, there will be a trip awarded to the winner of each event to the World Championship. The only thing being that because this championship was a little late in the year and the World Championships being announced a little late and a little short notice, I think they're going to Brittany from last year's win, and the winners of this year are going in 2025.
Yep.
either way, amazing trips going to be given out.
Oh,
Venezuela is going to be super fun.
Well, and there's a chance that Jam Up may be in Vietnam and Venezuela.
That would be pretty cool. I'm sure these gals would love that. Look at this shot.
This safety.
Beautiful. This is so
How
nice.
well executed is that?
That's a good shot. I'll tap my knee for that shot. That was sweet. I'm going to try to remember that one, too. That was right around 122. That's a good shot.
That was a good shot.
It's quality to come back and forth like that. Get the 2 safe and get the cue ball long. And when was the last time Naomi had an open shot? She's just been hooked.
It's been a minute.
And hooked. And it's getting to her, I'll tell you what, because she way misplayed that.
She did, however.
And
I was going to say that she hit the 3 into not a very good spot, but
it's in a good spot.
It's not a terrible spot.
She,
I thought that 3 was going to end on the rail.
You know what she didn't do there was every other time she's kicked out a ball, she's taken her time, done what I like to call your homework. Go around, look from the different angles, measure.
Yeah, she just got down and fired.
Calculate. Yeah, she kind of just went into that one real quick. That might be a result of the 3 foul in the last game.
Yeah.
A little frustrated here.
Yeah, I think you'd be about on point.
I can't say I blame her, but she has to stay focused, knowing that
no question.
in the last set, Miriam was up 5-2 and couldn't close the door in time. She waited till the last rack to get it done.
Yep. So that was match number 2 today.
Yeah, so even at 5-3 down, I'm not panicking if I'm Naomi.
Yeah. Nope, this is not Sir Richelieu.
Yeah, Saint Jean Sir Richelieu. I'm sure I butchered that, but
oh, me too.
But that's the other most beautiful pool room I've seen in Canada.
100%.
They do these pool rooms real nice on the east side of the country here.
Yeah, something that our Western Canadian counterparts could take a page out of this book.
Man, LP's got a lot of work to do to catch up to this pool room. We need first a bigger room to build it in.
Yes.
It's pretty great the way it is, though. I personally love it.
The 8.
Yeah, this is great.
What a help.
And she's got a nice angle here to get back down for the 9.
Yep.
And you know, Naomi's not in love seeing that either. You could see her shake her head a bit. Not thrilled to be seeing the rubs going her opponent's way.
Similar style, but a much different setup between the 2 pool rooms.
And there's more. So
there's lots.
I think another one in St. Oh, that's this one. Just kidding. There's too many St. pool rooms. These dualies are absolutely beautiful. Does she go 2 rails here with the draw?
She does.
I like that.
Look out.
Oh, no.
Look out.
Oh, no.
And Naomi out of her seat like a bullet.
Yeah, she flew out of the chair. And you know what? She's not sorry that happened because her opponent got a pretty favorable kiss on the 8 to end up there in the first place.
'Tis true.
So it kind of evened out, right?
Well, and you know what? True to form, it's gone back and forth. No real leads.
This is just what the crowd was hoping for. And this to tie it up, make it a race to 2.
Dead straight in. Couldn't place it with ball in hand any better.
Spears it a little too, a little authority on that one.
This one is mine.
Well, she was probably pumped to get back to that table.
Oh, no question. She was out of her chair like a bullet.
And we'll see if Eye of the Tiger Miriam is shook by that or not. It didn't seem to be the case.
No,
The last time we watched her play, she just got about the business like nothing ever happened.
not from when I had a conversation with her. She gets rid of that stuff real quick.
But man, it's got a sting.
Oh, most certainly. That's to put yourself on the hill and have a 2-game lead.
I like to try to tell players 30 seconds, but it's way easier said than done.
Yeah.
But the 30 seconds is for analyzing. You do need to know what you did wrong, so you can't just shake it off instantly. You do have to think about it, but not for longer than 30 seconds.
Yeah. I don't know if I was a fan of that going around 2 rails on that shot.
It brought in that pocket.
It did.
It did bring in that pocket. But going forward off 1 rail kind of brought in that pocket too, and then she was worried about landing dead straight in on the 8.
Yeah.
So I think
well, and it brings in the slide. There's all kinds of things that happen.
I think that's why we saw her choose the draw. It was less about speed. Yeah. It was more about just getting there. You couldn't overhit it or underhit it.
I think
Where
it
if you
plays
went 1 rail, you
into,
could overhit it or underhit it.
Yeah, it plays naturally into her style of play.
That's the other thing, is she likes to move the cue ball like that.
Yeah.
So she hit the break absolutely perfect, made both balls in the side. She's got a tricky shot on this one, but I think she can float underneath this too. You can't really try to zip this one around off 3 rails because the 8's too big.
Yeah.
But you do need some angle on the 2 to get to the 3 on the other side.
Or was she just playing the safe all day long?
It might have been that, you know. Has she got it?
I do believe so.
Well,
I don't know if she's got the full hook safe, but she's taken away the makeable shot.
Yeah.
I think.
I kind of like this comment by Thomas. Easier said as a viewer, she should have used her rest instead of stretching. I did think she was reaching a bit on that one where she drew that around and scratched.
Yep.
And I really like how he worded his comment, Thomas.
Yes.
Because
Very
it
well
is
done.
always easier said from the viewer perspective.
I never miss from back here. I'm batting 1,000.
That's right. That's one thing I know for sure through these 5 days is I'm going to go undefeated.
No question.
Yeah.
My opponent has no chance.
Yeah, nobody's beaten me this weekend.
Nope.
You know what? I think she has this. I think she can make this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tons of spin.
The little left spin, she almost made it.
Almost doesn't count.
No. And it
Unless
didn't.
you're playing horseshoes.
And it didn't hold up in time. This is potable into not only the left side, but the top left corner where she's looking is going to give her nice shape on the 3 or the 2 to get to the 3. She'll need some angle on that 2.
I've missed from here, says James. That takes some skill. To miss from a viewer's perspective.
That was a good shot using the 9.
That was a really good shot.
Jaworski, sir, I got you covered, pal. I have some of these perfect racks at LP, and they're for sale.
There you go. Even better.
And the only better thing than that, I know it's hard for it to get better than that, but they have the LP logo on them. They say leather pocket. Could make them better.
Good point, Mark.
I listened to.
Look at this.
Oh, nice.
God, I
Beautiful.
love the aggression.
Yeah, beautiful. I listen to Mark White quite often doing commentary, and he mentions that quite a bit.
Sure does.
And the reason he mentions it is because we see it all the time. We see players overreaching all the time.
Yeah. And this little touchy draw, she hits these so good. Has to avoid that side pocket, though.
She's been known to just punch this over to the rail, too.
Yeah.
Oh, she cheated it. Nice. See how she used the whole pocket there?
She did.
Beautiful.
She hits those so nice. That little pinch draw, that's such a useful shot.
And yeah, I agree with that. You know, spend 5 minutes in the practice time with the rest, just here and there. I try to have a bit of a warm-up routine, a bit of a practice routine, and I keep adding in little things here and there. And I've added in shooting a shot with the rest. And I figure if I practice one shot every day that I practice, and I take 60 days off in the year, 65 days off, I'm going to shoot that shot 300 times. How could I not be better at it?
I'll tell you what, Miriam wasting no time getting back to business.
She's looking good here.
She's looking fantastic.
Got the strut going, and she knows she's close to the finish line here.
Now over 400 between Facebook and YouTube. Well done.
Yeah, I get more practice with the rest based on my height alone. Very true. This is a big shot.
Oh, yeah, get herself on the hill first. Gets 2 cracks at it.
And the crowd.
Wow. Wasting no time, Miriam, getting back to business.
Crowd's loving it. Crowd's loving it. They know she's so close.
What I really, really like, it's what Vero was talking about when her and I were talking before this finals event, in that we want to get the crowd involved. Most finals that you go to, it's church quiet. I don't want that.
You know,
Make some noise.
I talked to Stephen Holem after last year's Canadian Championships, where he played out here.
Yeah.
And he said the crowd was awesome.
Yeah.
He's like, those Quebec fans, they're really knowledgeable. They're very respectful.
Yeah.
But he's like, the energy was amazing.
Yeah.
And obviously, they were cheering hard for their boy, Danny
of
Hewitt.
course. Of
But for
course.
Stephen to say that with the whole room cheering against him,
Yeah.
it meant a lot.
Totally.
Because he hated it. But he hated it so much that he loved it.
That's right. Well, we'll see if Naomi can answer the call.
And that's not the way you want to start. Does the
Three
three
ball,
savor? It's
three
going
ball.
to. It's gonna savor and not savor. The 6 is in the way. I thought
Yeah.
she had a clear shot.
I did too. I looked away watching the 6, or watching the 3 ball.
Okay, well, she has some of this one.
Yeah, but do you play that, or do you go all out, try the kick?
No,
I don't think so,
Not where
because
the-
the kick doesn't lead you anywhere.
not only with where the 2 is, but mostly with where the 4 is. If you make the kick, you're most likely going to be hooked on the 2 by the 4.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to push, and I like
Smart
this.
shot.
This is just like part of the mental warfare of this too is push it somewhere and let your opponent think about it for a minute and make them think about a bad decision. You know, what if they make a bad decision?
Yeah.
Oh,
Tried to tie up.
She tried to tie it up, but she didn't.
No, she opened it up.
And now that makes the push not so good at all because she's left Miriam only half table to this ball and all of the cue ball to work with. And anytime you leave a player like Miriam all of the cue ball to work with,
Yeah.
you're going to be in trouble. I think she got to go off the right side of this ball, 2-3 rails below the 2.
Yeah, I like that better.
She's trying
to hold serve underneath the 6.
and that is just way too tough, I think. The soft draw to stay underneath the 6 is really tricky. Oh, I actually like this. She's called the bank into the low left. And it's got some two-way availability where maybe the 2 covers it. Maybe the 8 covers it. Or that 1.5 if it doesn't go over the side pocket. The nice thing is if she makes it, she might keep Naomi in the chair for the rest of this final.
My issue is the safety, in my opinion, has far more rewards than trying to go for this 1 ball, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely. I think what she's worried about is maybe putting the 1 near a hole. Yeah, now she's called the 9, and she's going for the safe under the 6.
Yeah. And I don't know if I particularly like this safety. I think I like yours better.
Yeah,
because
it's hard.
always going to be, it's so tough.
But what she knew going this way was that the 9 was always going to block the 1.
Yeah, that's true.
Naomi with the wry smile. She's thinking, well, that could have probably worked out better in my favor. Of course, Mark White was thrilled to see her use the bridge there. The bridge, yay. And the Fargos of these ladies are up there. If I'm remembering correctly, Naomi's is 634. Correctly remembered. And Miriam is 621.
This is the safety off the 1-2 rails with the cue ball behind the 9 ball.
She's kept her in jail this whole match.
Time. It does leave a 2-rail escape off the bottom rail, side rail. Coming behind for the 1.
The only thing is, it doesn't really have a lot of rewards.
It doesn't, other than hopefully you get the hit and you force your opponent to run out.
That's just it. And if she hits the low side of it, like she's called it in the top right, it's possible the cue ball could stay down here and get some separation, but this is tough.
Oh, other corner. Wow.
Wrong pocket.
Wrong pocket.
This is it. This is the chance she's been waiting for.
Absolutely. Miriam never given this back.
Title's right there for the taking. She gets position on the 4, and it's going to be all over but the crying.
4 goes past the 9. 4 leads to the 5. 5 to 6. 6, 7 to the 8 to the 9. And it's all done.
And I mean the crying, like with this hometown crowd behind her, she might cry after she wins, you know?
Well, and you've got the title, the jacket, the trophy, the cash.
The trip to Venezuela.
The trip.
There's a lot on the line here.
A ton on the line, for sure. But again, I love the pace that she plays at.
Oh, this is a little high. She'd rather have a bit of angle going to the right.
I agree.
She might be a touch straight here.
But she's got that nice force follow.
And it's okay. Like because of where the 6 is, she doesn't need to be perfect on the 5.
That's right. She's got to get this.
She's going to give it the B sure, because this could be.
This is the game-winning shot, I think.
This could be the game winner if she gets this correct. You know, I'm not sure which Canadian titles she has, but she's got 3 of them already.
She does,
so it's not her first Canadian title.
Oh, she just rolls it.
Well, she's been
in dead perfect.
She's been potting these long shots all day.
Yep. This is dead perfect.
Important to trust yourself, you know, and when you do these kind of things and you leave yourself long, it's showing your opponent as well that you have immense belief in yourself.
Her confidence has been through the roof all day long.
Oh,
and
she drags it in beautifully.
Just kills that cue ball perfect.
That was a nice little drag shot she's played there.
Nothing to do here. Make the 6. Check that left side rail back out a touch.
I would love to see what the heart rate sensor says now, because it's got to be pumping. She knows it's right there.
It is within her grasp.
And playing the 8 in the side here is nice. Usually I would say play the 8 in the corner, but under maximum pressure, you want to be shooting short shots when you can. And she's in good position here to play the 8 in the side next.
Yeah. And the confidence of Miriam right now, you can just tell. Down into the stance right away.
She's feeling it. She knows it's there. It's there for the taking.
3 rails around.
She might even just touch this one with inside a bit. But, yeah, she tends to like to go around.
She likes to move that cue ball.
But
right.
I think this is okay with just a little top, little inside. You want to have a little angle on the 9.
It does bring in the 10 ball.
Yeah, just got to catch it with the hair of inside. But you're right. If she doesn't like it that way, just sling it around. She's been very good at that the whole tournament.
She moves it so good.
And that's what she's doing. I can see her Eyeing up the left side of the cue ball now. Fearlessly brought around.
I love it. I love it.
Nice to see. One more shape shot required in this match.
Yep. Stand up.
She's feeling it.
Oh, yeah. The adrenaline.
Oh, yeah.
Room
It's
just
got
got
to be flowing.
real quiet.
Yeah, you could almost hear a pin drop in here for a second.
And being right-handed, this favors her.
And she can come around and shoot the 10 in the same pocket.
That's it. And it's perfect.
She's done it.
It's perfect.
She's done it.
Maybe a touch high, but this will be no problem.
That's right where you want to be. This is for the title. 10-ball women's Canadian champion.
Good girl. Mark will be so proud.
She's going to get the extension this time. And this is good. She doesn't need the rest for this one, but she did need the extension to be sure. Let's listen for the cheers. The crowd's going to go wild.
It's there all day long. Unstoppable.
How fun was that?
I'll tell you what, the ladies treated us all day long.
Super, super tournament from both these gals. Congratulations to Miriam. Congratulations as well to Naomi. Super runner-up finish.
Third place finish, Ms. Joanne Ashton.
And an awesome tournament from Vero as well with the fourth place finish.
Yeah.
After doing all the work organizing it. Big shout out to her for all her work. Big shout out to the sponsors of the event. Perfect Rack, The Winning Stroke, Dooley's, and CBSA. Awesome, awesome final.
Indeed. What's exciting about this is just the start.
If that's a precursor to what we're going to see in the 9 and 8 ball, I'm super excited.
Indeed. 9 ball starting tomorrow morning, roughly 10 o'clock. If you haven't done so already, make sure you get onto our Facebook page. Give us a like there. Go over to YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. Make sure your notifications are turned on. That way you're notified. You can join us again. We are 102 away from 50,000 followers on Facebook. Would love to get that done by the time we're done this event. Also, don't forget, head over Jam Up Apparel. Get them Cloud Soft tees. I promise you, they will become your favorite t-shirts. We've got
little tradition here in Quebec is when you win a trophy, you have to do a little dance. And
I love it.
She did a little dance.
I love it.
That was really, really great.
So a little promo code for those Cloud Soft tees. Buy 3, get 1 free. Use the code 2024, capital C, capital W, capital C. Go get it. They will be your favorite tees, I promise you. With that being said, what a day of pool. We were treated all day long, not only by the ladies, but you all as well, tuning in. We appreciate it.
We'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time, approximately. Make sure you tune in, set an alarm.
On behalf of myself, Ben Francis, and the rest of the team, thank you so much for tuning in with us today. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. for more action. 2024 Canadian Women's Championships. We'll see you then.